So as you may have noticed by the increased quality of both the video and the sound, I finally got the new camera to work, remote and all. Check it out, it even has a zoom function. Hi, welcome to the Book Cafe, where we review fiction and hopefully at some point interview authors. If you're new, consider subscribing, and if not, welcome back. It should come as no surprise to any of you that I'm very fond of the fantasy genre. Apparently it's not a surprise to Facebook either, considering the number of fantasy books that I've liked. Because of that, I ended up having a little bit of first-hand experience with the advent of modern targeted advertising. Much to my surprise, it actually worked. I ended up buying the book, and it's the book we're going to be talking about today. The book we're reviewing is called Cephrael's Hand by Melissa McPhail. It's the first book in the Pattern of Light and Shadow series. Here's the setup. 300 years ago, there was a big old war between all of the wizards, or adepts, as they're called, which resulted in the birth of a parasitic universe. An entire branch of adepts went extinct, and the rest of them are slowly dying. And the only one who could fix that is the main villain of the book. It's difficult to describe what he is. This character, Bjorn von Gilderon, that's a kick-ass name, is the main draw of the book. He's charismatic, he's interesting, and he is the main factor that raises this book above the general morass of modern fantasy. Overall, I would say that this book is good, not great. The writing is fairly solid, and in fact better than a lot of actual published fantasy books I've read. It's not particularly stellar, but it does the job it needs to, and it has all the lyricism that she wants it to. The characters, aside from Von Gilderon, are good but a little bit forgettable, and the backstory and the world building can be a bit confusing. There are parts of it that are supposed to be, but the parts that are supposed to be understood sort of aren't. However, whatever faults this book has are covered by the existence of the character of Bjorn von Gilderon. If you've transplanted that character into a terrible fantasy book, he could make that book good. This is far from a terrible fantasy book. This is pretty good. So the addition of Von Gilderon, I feel, makes this a book worth reading. It's very much a your mileage may vary kind of read. So if you're interested in it, check it out. I should have the link up here somewhere if I figured out how to do the YouTube thing yet. If not, it's down below as usual. If you like it, pick up the next book, keep reading, see what happens. If you don't, you don't. It's not that big a deal. So if you've read Cephrael's Hand and you have any thoughts on it, tell me what you thought in the comments below. Or just suggest another book that you think I might want to review. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, click on the dragon to subscribe. There should be more videos like this one here. And as always, read good fantasy. Now, we're starting a new update schedule, so I'm going to be updating on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the week. So I will see you on Tuesday. Until then, have a good Super Bowl Sunday. May you eat many nachos.